Good day from Hostenbosch, the largest theme park in all of Japan. Now, almost a year ago, it's kind of hard to believe now, but I came here and did a 2020 full park tour. Problem was, that was on my very first visit, so I didn't actually get to see everything, and I didn't understand it all as well. Reason I want to do this now is it's 2021, so updated tour. A lot of stuff has changed, and I understand the park a lot better. So let's check it all out. If you're arriving by train, you get a really great view coming in, because here is the Hostinbosch Station, and then you will cross this bridge. And as you cross the bridge, you're greeted with Hotel Okura. Really awesome hotel. I got to stay here one time, and they have a fantastic onsen. You continue straight to get to the market section right before the park. As we get closer, here's another look of the Hotel Okura. There's a Family Mart, which is a convenience store, down on the right of it. And this is the marketplace section. If you drive, you'll come in from the parking lot over on the right. This is only part of it. It actually goes well beyond those trees, and parking is 800 yen. Moving along, they have restaurants and various shops. And you'll see this advertising right here. The Flower Festival for Hostenbosch. The great thing about this park is very much like Epcot, there's different festivals going on all throughout the year. Right now they're doing the Flower Festival, and even that festival has subcategories. There was the Rose Festival last month, and this month I believe is the hydrangeas, so we'll check that out. As we go in towards the ticket booths, they have the COVID sheets you have to fill out. You may notice it's very light though. This is because it is a Monday. Here's a look at the prices. I don't know if they've changed since I looked at them last time a year ago, but something I know I got wrong was the 3 and the 5 thing here. This is actually coming in later in the day. So a full day for an adult is 7,000 yen, but if you come after 3 p.m., it's 5,000 yen, and if you come after 5, it's only 4,000. They also have annual passes for 22,000 yen, so about $215, give or take. But there is a discount if you are a Nagasaki resident, which I am. We are now in the park, and to the right, you'll see the sign here for the Hydrangea Festival. And it looks like they have 4 different viewing locations on the canal, over towards the Hostinbosch Palace, and one of the restaurants, and I'm not sure what the... Oh, this is the same place, just at a night and a morning view. Immediately to your left, you have a great photo op here with the windmills in the background. And then you continue on through the Teddy Bear Kingdom, which just takes place inside this building. You'll see that the flowers are looking fantastic today. They even have a bear here, right in front of the Teddy Bear Kingdom. Behind me is a shop, but there's a photo op here with a massive teddy bear. And then it continues out into the main park. If you love teddy bears, you're gonna love Hostenbosch because they have a bear for every event. Even in the Flower Festival, they now have this one. This is Amane. I couldn't read this, I don't know how it's pronounced, but in the kana it says Amane. So that's 3,000 yen if you're interested. There's some flower crowns here as well. And this is where you have 2 options. From here you can continue straight into the adventure park, or go left into Flower Road. Here's a map of the entire park. It is huge, and we're starting right here. So we're gonna go towards Flower Road first. Here's the adventure park section, which we'll probably do on the way out. And then we'll continue on to Attraction Town and see where we go from there. As we make our way towards Flower Road, to the left you'll see Hotel Okura, which is back where the parking lot and train station are. Got the windmills out, and it's so slow today they can't even fill the boat. You'll see they're just waiting around for anyone to show up. I was always unsure about these houses in the back. I still kind of am, but I do believe they're actual residential houses because you can't access them from the park. Now, something entirely new since last year is this Blueprint Cafe. This was a store at the time. Now you can get a grab and go from there, and there's also an inside and patio seating area as well. As we reach the end of Flower Road, I wanted to turn around here so you could see down here they will do a nighttime show very much like World of Color or the Fountain at the Bellagio Hotel. And here's a look back at Flower Road. You'll see they're doing maintenance over there, keeping it looking good. There's actually a sign over here on the bridge. The show is called Water Magic. They have it 3 times throughout the night. We've just entered the middle area, and now we'll take another look at the map to show you. Flower Road, that was right here, very small section. Now we'll check out Attraction Town, Taking a left over into Attraction Town, there's the Chocolate House restaurant over on the right. Great thing about Hostenbosch is a lot of the restaurants here will have the food displayed out front. Over here is where you'll find Umbrella Street, which doesn't look like anything special at the moment, but you may notice LED strips hanging from the umbrellas, because here's a picture of what it looks like at night. And I'll tell you what, I've seen it many times at night. It looks incredible, and they do the light show, and there's the times for that as well. Some of the attractions here include this VR rafting. There's some other VR experience. To the right of that, you have VR King, which is a roller coaster, but it's not actually a roller coaster. You just sit in one and you put on a VR headset. It's actually pretty terrible, if I'm honest. And then you have this new experience, which just opened a few months ago. It's like a scavenger hunt mystery thing. Detective Ten Bosch. You find things throughout the park. Now, this Central Square area will change dramatically throughout the year, especially during the holidays. This will all be a Christmas village with stage shows, trees, little shops and stuff where you can buy things and various snacks. It's pretty great. Over here you have the Chocolate House Museum, and there's some other awesome attractions like trick art and a mirror maze. I think back on Umbrella Street, the mirror maze over there is really fun. Just went through that. And then there's a really cool trick art museum, which has some optical illusions. I always do love this monkey right outside. Now today I'm not going to get really detailed with all of these things. I just kind of want to give a main overview of what's here and kind of the layout of the place. I have other videos if you're interested in seeing the inside of some of these locations, such as the Trick Art Museum. Whereas Hostenbosch really isn't known for its rides, it does have tons of restaurants and some crazy things you can get, like this sausage burger. Here's something new even to me. It looks like there's a pepper lunch opening here next month. Back in the main square of Attraction Town, you have Bahamut Disco back there. Not entirely sure what that is. I think it's like a dance party or something. Then there's the Horizon Adventure, which is a big indoor kind of special effects show similar to Twister over at Universal. To the right of the Horizon Adventure, you have the Muse Hall, which will do shows throughout the day. Sounds like one's going on right now. Then you have this huge building, Kirara, which I think is like some kind of the world without the moon. I think that's the theme of it. I haven't actually seen that show. And I'm just now noticing that the giant pilot robot thing they had here is gone. Now we're going to cross the bridge into the Amsterdam Square area and the Fantasia City of Lights, which just opened. Looking back at the Attraction Town section, we turn around to the Fantasia City of Lights. This area looks pretty amazing at night. During the day, though, it looks really empty. Every one of these buildings has a different attraction in it, themed off of light and nature. It's really cool stuff, a lot of projections involved. Speaking of projections, they do a nighttime show here involving this dome. I love when theme parks have great ambient music. I don't know how well you can hear this, but for this Fantasia City of Lights, I'm digging that. Really catchy. As we leave that area and head to Amsterdam Square, take a look at these flowers. Just up ahead is the Amsterdam Square area. However, before we walk in there, I want to take a look to the left so I can show you how big this place is. We were just standing over there. This, though, is Hotel Amsterdam, the only hotel located inside a theme park. And it continues all along here. From over here, though, you have a marina. A bunch of people can dock their boats here at Hostenbosch. Back in the square, here's Hotel Amsterdam, and you'll see they have chairs set up for the projection show they do here at night. There's also a glass museum in there. Tons of live music throughout the day going on over in that section. And then over here, there's more restaurants and shops. And there's a carousel, which has a VR version, VR Dragon World Tour. I'm starting to hear music over in that section of Amsterdam Square, but I wanted to point out this area back here to the right. They will have different festivals, wine festivals, food festivals throughout the year, and it goes back around through here. Castello de Cheese has a bunch of different desserts and food items special to the park, and there are a ton of them. The only store I'm going to look in will be the one at the end of the park as we leave, and that'll give you a good idea of all of the different type of stuff that they sell here. here at the music part of Amsterdam Square. There's a bar over here on the left, people dancing, a restaurant in the back, a lot of stuff being grilled, and some more food and drink cars over here on the side. And directly outside of that area, it's pretty empty right now, but they will often do things right here. Like during the Flower Festival earlier, they had a dancing show, or they'll have chairs set up for the projection show that they will also do on this building at night. As we leave Amsterdam Square, you can see the Dom Toren over there. We'll take a look at it later. However, I quickly wanted to point this out. This passage area seems very strange and kind of out of place, but it's essentially like a mini mall. Stepping out of that mall area, directly across the canal is the Art Garden, and to the left of that you have the Tower City, which is where the Dom Toren and many of the restaurants are. We're going to go that way when we head out. For now, we'll keep going back towards the harbor area. When we first came into the park, I pointed out the boat that was waiting there. This is where it will actually drop you off, here in front of Hotel Europe. This is another one of the park hotels, although it's not technically in the park because we're about to leave the park to get into the harbor area. I will say, I do think Hotel Europe is my favorite hotel here in the Hostinbosch area. And now you'll see we're about to leave, so make sure you have admission if you come back this way. Over on the left, you can rent bikes and Surrey bikes and ride them all throughout the park. Some areas you can't go in, but most of them you can. And this here is the harbor section. Looks like they're doing some renovation on the deck. Now this was the One Piece shop and restaurant, which I actually really enjoyed. However, they closed it and they are doing some heavy renovation. I don't know if it's going to reopen as One Piece, but they're definitely doing something over here. And if you look over here at the other end of the dock, they're building a stage. So they must have some big plans. Well, it's a little upsetting, but it might be hard to see through the scrim here, but it does say Beer Restaurant Bayside Kitchen since 2021. So I think that is what this building is going to become. Continuing down the harbor area, there's a sniper game over here. I've never actually done that one. And then the Fisherman Square. They have the One Piece store now, along with some photo stuff, but the restaurant is gone. And to the right, there are various other shops and restaurants. Now this is an actual marine terminal. There's a few different boats you can get from here. You can go to Jurassic Island, which I haven't done before, but it will actually take you to a place where you can do dinosaur things. They also have the Thousand Sunny, which used to sail. However, now you can visit it on the dock. Continuing down the harbor way, you have the Watermark Hotel straight ahead. Have not stayed at that hotel yet. There is a Red Lobster though on the left. And next to the Red Lobster is the Thousand Sunny from One Piece. Now looking back down the harbor, we're gonna go to the left and follow this road, which will take us to the Palace Hostenbosch. The entrance to the park is over that way, but walking towards this road is incredible. It changes so much over in this section. During Halloween, it's filled with pumpkins, and the last few months it's been completely dead and empty. But there are tons of flowers back there, even some on this side as well. Continuing along the road, you can see they're even watering them. And there's also a path that lets you walk up through that way. Up at the end of the road, you go through this gate, and there's flower gardens on each side, and in front, Palace Hostenbosch. Now because the whole harbor area and the path leading up to the palace here is actually not inside the park, you need to show your pass when trying to enter this palace, because this is considered an attraction for Hostenbosch. Here is the Hostinbosch Palace. We'll take a step inside, I'll show you a little bit of it. Not the museum portion probably, and then we'll take a look out back. Here's a look at the chapel inside the palace. Pretty nice in here. Rather small too. As we go down the hallway, there's this interesting piano organ instrument. Not too sure. Here's the main entry room looking back out to the entrance of the palace. That's the palace entrance. What's cool though is if you turn around, you walk into this room and it is just massive. Artwork is so random too. There's like a sink here, several sinks going all the way up. And if we stand in the middle, you'll see it's a dome. And here's a look at the garden section. of the palace. They even have some elegant music playing. I didn't film any of the museum portion. It was just a photography museum because it does change out. And last time I believe it was a MC Escher one. That one was actually really cool because who doesn't love optical illusions? As we're making our way down the path on the left, there's a showcase here letting you know what the exhibit is. That's the exhibit that was in the palace. There's also a gold museum in there as well. And here's kind of a look at that back area at night. Straight ahead is Hotel Europe in the entrance gate. However, to the left, up here you have the Forest Villas. Here is like a greenhouse and restaurant area for the Forest Villa. And here's a look at the property. Looks like there's some swans over there. These are essentially houses, but you get to rent them out. All right, back inside the park, we're now gonna head up over that bridge over into the Tower City section. Looks like one of the boats is coming in. And over on this board, you can see what the boat looks like at nighttime. Really awesome. They illuminate the water from underneath and they have jets and music. Good time. But here on the map, we essentially were in Amsterdam Square earlier. We went to the harbor area. Then we went up to the palace, which is right here. Then we walked down, stepped up here in the Forest Villa, and now we're in this area, Tower City. Here's a map of the Tower City area specifically because there's so many different restaurants. So that is the first level, and this is the Dom Toren Tower, which you can take an elevator and go up to the top of it. And that's the second floor. Continuing back, it may not look like there's a lot going on. As far as restaurants here, that's because it's all on the inside. As soon as you walk through, it's kind of easy to get lost. See an escalator over there. There's restaurants back over this way, a few different floors. I mean, just take a look at the map. I'd say that's a little bit confusing. Look at that arrow. At slower times of the year, they will close things at Hostenbosch, and on a day like this, most of these restaurants are all closed. Stepping back on the outside section, they have outdoor seating, which is great. I really do like this restaurant. This is the elevator that takes you up to the top of the Dom Toren. And yet, even more higher-end restaurants here with outdoor seating. Now let's head over to the Art Garden. Even from all the way over here, I can hear them doing country roads over in Amsterdam Square. So there is no shortage of music variety that they could be playing live here at any point. As we approach the Art Garden, they do have a Ferris wheel, a hammer game, and a cool light bar. But this place really is amazing at nighttime because this is all completely illuminated. In fact, if you look down at the grass, these are all lights. And what they do during the holidays is it looks like a giant body of water, like a river or something. Blue lights flowing. And that's why you have this here coming off the Dom Toren. So they will project a waterfall coming down from there. And this will have different visuals such as waterfalls, changing designs. Really amazing at night. Heading down the main path, you have the Light Cafe bar over here. Really awesome at nighttime again when this is all illuminated like water. But this caught my eye over here. They are building something huge. And I'm not sure what it is. There's like a... oh, it's like a ring with water in it. Are they making like a water ride or a water park? Look at that fresh water inside this ring. Maybe it'll be like a raft ride or a lazy river. I don't know, but that's exciting. And look, there's slides back there too. That is new also. I think they're trying to expand a water park on here. That would really be awesome if they're actually building some kind of water attraction or a water park in here. Because it is really hot today, and I was thinking, man, I don't think there's any water parks anywhere nearby at least. Or at least anywhere in Kyushu. Not that I know of. Here's a look at the maze they have in the middle of the art garden. Not a whole lot going on right now. This place does change quite a bit though throughout the year. We're gonna start heading towards the way we came to the adventure park with the dinosaurs and stuff over there. But I wanted to point out gondolas. You can ride them here. They also offer kayaking, which is done over in that canal. And here we are, the final stretch. This map's interesting because it's the only one I've seen that's this way. But when we came in, we went through the Flower Road, Attraction Town, Fantasia City of Lights, Amsterdam Square, all back through the harbor to the Palace, Forest Villa. We went through Tower City. We just walked through the art garden. Now the last place to go is the Adventure Park. As we head into the Adventure Park, to the right, you can see through the trees, Flower Road. That's where the windmill are. But up here is like a hanging coaster. You're on like a little harness thing and you slide through. They've recently added nets in this section. Looks like a lot of fun though. And across from that, over this little river here, they have a zip line which starts way back on the other side. You come across and it ends right here. Coming along on the right, there's a little walkthrough with fake animals you can check out. And the coaster goes above that. You'll notice a bus here. You can take buses to get around the park a little faster. And here is the adventure section proper. This is the most empty I've ever seen it because the kids are in school. I feel like this Triceratops is new. Either that or I've never seen it because there's always a line right here. This back area has plenty of obstacle courses. You can see you have to climb through these trees here. And through all of that, there's like a dinosaur hunt thing as well. And I actually like this back here. It's like a wooden fort maze. You can see there's a sign right here showing some of it. Kind of silly, but this just caught my eye as I walked by. Where's Wally? I guess they call him Wally instead of Waldo here in Japan. Which isn't too crazy now that I'm thinking about it, because of course Ronald McDonald is Donald McDonald here. To the right is the entrance to the boat and the zipline coaster. Straight ahead is the exit. But to the left, you've got this awesome guy who's always dripping water. Just drooling all over the place. When you enter, you have to go through the Teddy Bear Kingdom area and you come out over there. However, you can't exit that same way. So you exit through this big store, which has all the merchandise you could want. A huge thing in Japan is packaged snacks and treats. That's what the main bulk of this store actually is, believe it or not. Tons and tons of things. Such as these cookies right here. These ones are new. They're like little strawberry cakes. And they always have a demo of what they look like. Those are 1,000 yen. These strawberry ones are very good. I've gotten them in the past. You can warm them up or eat them as is. Out of all the things in this store though, these I believe are the best. These kasu cakes. I don't know if I'm getting that pronunciation right, but the kana says kasu, so that's what I'm gonna call it. Castella cakes are a Nagasaki specialty, so there's tons of different varieties. You'll see here. This is just a kind of a standard one and what they look like. Lemon is another popular thing here in Kyushu, and all of these hot sauces are fantastic. You got this Limosco one, I get that all the time. Even these other ones are super good. And of course, you can get all of your authentic brews and Japanese stuff as well. They have some Hostenbosch specialties also, such as all of these. Nordic Rogue, Nordic Blue, Nordic Green, Nordic Gold. Wow, they've made quite a few different ones now. This is incredible. Leaving the park, they have boards here showing things that are coming soon. Look at this, garden pool. They're gonna be making like a mini water park here. So this is what we saw earlier with water around, but there's also water in the middle. So this part's like a lazy river, I think. Water splashing everywhere. Various inflatable water slides. Even like cabanas and stuff. This is wild. They're gonna have a pool deck also. And then this looks like that giant water slide we saw them building in the back. I can't believe they're doing all that. You're gonna have it at night too, so I'm sure it'll light up. And what the heck is this? There's like a jungle themed lazy river. I don't even see that in the concept art, unless that's gonna be a different part. Look at this indoor pool. I'm very excited for this. Also, they're advertising the summer festival. Looks like there's gonna be a lot of activities for that, to include fireworks. And this is what I meant earlier when I said at nighttime they illuminate that thing as a waterfall or various other projections. Look at that. Where do you even start with something like that? Alright, that is going to do it for this 2021 tour of Hostenbosch. Hopefully this makes a lot more sense than the last time I tried to do it. And there was a lot of really cool updates, things that I wasn't even expecting, like that entire water park. That's amazing. And looking at that sign again, it's supposed to be open July 10th. That sounds pretty incredible if that's going to be open that soon, because a lot of that stuff looks like it takes a while to build. Definitely looking forward to that. And then whatever they're doing out by the harbor area with the stage and changing the one-piece restaurant, not so sure what that's going to be. But Hostenbosch, always a good time visiting this park. So that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. The caravan is moving on.